Hey y'all, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a review and demo on the Morphe 25A eyeshadow palette. I recently got this at Ulta a week ago and I thought I would do a review and demo on it because it is new to me. I don't think it's new at Morphe. I think they've had it for a while, but thought I'd do a review on it and give y'all my opinion and what I think of the shadows as well. Before we get going with the video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any of my videos I post during the week. And if you want to know what I think of the 25A eyeshadow palette, just keep on watching. Okay, so the palette looks like so. I got it last weekend at Ulta, so I am very, very excited to try it out today. Oh, and I thought I'd mention, there's like a crack in the packaging. This was like the second to last one, and the other one had a crack too, and I'm like, So, but luckily there's like bubble wrap and everything, so it was fine because I did open this. I have not swatched it yet or played around with it, but I did open it because I wanted to see the colors and just kind of think of what I'll be doing today. So the packaging looks like so. Nice plastic packaging. I like that. It doesn't feel like it'll break if I drop it or anything. I have carpet luckily, but maybe on tile it might break, so try not to drop it. Okay. I don't like that the color names are on this little plastic thing because normally I just throw it away. I'm just gonna like tape it to right here because there's no mirror or anything, so I think I'll just tape it and yeah, get the shades that way because I do like to know the names on what shades that I'm using just in case I do a tutorial with this palette in the future, which I'm sure I might. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have this taped right here so I know what shades that I'm using, so whenever I do a tutorial, y'all will know what shades I'm using. And by the way, that was my husband's idea because I told him, I was like, oh, the shades are on this thing. He's like, we'll just tape it right there, and I'm like, you are so smart. So yeah, there's lots of nice fall colors in here. I'm so excited to use them. I am really digging these shimmers on the bottom. I've heard nothing but good things about all Morphe palettes. The only one that I do have is the Jaclyn Hill palette. I don't have any other ones. So I'm excited to try this out today. And since this is kind of like an older palette, I don't think it's really new. I think they've had it for a while. I'll do a few swatches on the back of my hand just to see if I like the way they apply and to see how buttery they are as well before applying it to my eye. I'll go ahead and swatch the shade Lit right here on the back of my, okay, yes. Okay, yes. That was effortless. I did not have to work for that swatch at all. I barely even rubbed my finger in there. So yeah, I am super excited to see how these blend with eyeshadow brushes. This gold one's calling my name. I probably won't use this one in the look today, but oh my gosh. That came on my finger effortlessly. So there's a little swatches. Sorry, I failed to mention the name. This is the shade Sunbeam. Yes, I am very excited for this. So that was that shade right there. I won't be using that shade today, but if you do want to see that shade in future videos, subscribe to my channel. Or comment down below and let me know if you want to see a look with that shade. So this palette is 18 bucks. You can't beat that. There's 25 shades in here, 18 bucks. So pretty much, I don't want to do the math because I'm just lazy right now, but that's like less than $1 a shade. So I'm just gonna prime my eyes really quick and I'm just gonna get taped up and I'll be right back. So to set my primer, normally I use a translucent setting powder, but today I think I'm gonna use the shade Sand Dollar and I'm just gonna set my primer and start that as a base. And using my Luxie 205 tapered blending brush, I'll just blend that all over my eye. Okay, so for that shade, I dipped into it twice, only because I wanted to get it really nice and covered, because if I don't get the primer covered, I feel like it'll just be patchy if it's still slick. Yeah, that was good, and it's got an incredible amount of kickback. There you go. It picks up super well, and it does have kickback. So if you don't like kickback, you won't like this palette, but I love kickback. So next I'm gonna go in with the shade Penne, like penne pasta, and I'm just gonna focus that as a transition shade. And I'll be using my same brush, my Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. So that one had a lot of fallout as well. There's a little look for you. So now to darken it up a teeny bit, I'm gonna be using the shade Tan Lines. Dude, look at that. That's insane. That's a lot. I'll stop talking about it. We all know. Okay, kickback. Yeah, move on. I'll focus that as a transition shade as well, but slightly beneath that Penne shade. And I'm using my same Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. So now I'm going to be going in with the shade Destination, and I'm going to be using my Glamour Dolls brush, and I'll focus that color on the outer V and bring it into the crease as well. And those of you who have hooded eyes, I haven't mentioned this in my videos recently, but normally I like to mention it every now and again in my eyeshadow videos. I have hooded eyes. Okay, if you're just starting out and you're just unsure on how to do eyeshadow because your eyes are different than everybody else's, what I like to do is kind of just look straight, and you know how your eye just kind of folds over right there? Make sure there's shadow above that fold, because, and don't worry, we're gonna be blending this, but I just wanted to kind of say, if there's no shadow on that fold, your eyes are gonna look super lazy. Those of you who with hooded eyes, just make sure there's shadow on that fold, and then your eyes won't look as lazy as opposed to not having shadow above that fold. You're always gonna go higher than other people if you have hooded eyes. Okay, back to the makeup. And by the way, these are blending like a dream as well. So not only do they have major kickback, the blendability is incredible. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So now I'm going to be using my Morphe M510 brush to just blend out any harsh edges. I know this thing is really super fluffy, but I have been using this as my blending brush since I bought it. And it's just an amazing blending brush. I recommend it totally. Yeah, so I guess Morphe came to like selected ULTAs. Luckily, they came to the little ULTA that we have where I live, and that's where I got this palette, and yeah, I just went crazy. And the Jaclyn Hill palette is there. When I went in, it wasn't sold out surprisingly, but I already have it. I got it on the first launch date, and I guess now I kind of wish I waited. I mean, I'm not like disappointed that I have it, but the packaging now is so much better than the packaging when they launched it on Morphe. Like, the shades are on the back now. They don't have that little last piece of paper that I keep constantly losing. Yeah, so much better packaging, but it's whatever. Okay, so now for the shimmer shade, I think I'm going to be using the shade Rose Gold, and I'll focus that on my lid. And I'll use my paddle brush by Vasanti, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the shade first with no Fix Plus to see if it's good without a setting spray, and then the other eye I'll do with Fix Plus and see how good it is. It picked up super good, so we shall see what happens. It's already falling off my brush, so I don't know. Let's just see. I won't say anything more. Okay, there's fallout. Yeah, I gave it the good old college try, but I'm gonna use Fix Plus. Got some product on there, and I'm just gonna spray it like so, and see what happens now. Okay, yeah, that is so much better. Just incredible what happens when you spray it with a setting spray. Like, color payoff is so good. It's like blending a cube of butter with shimmer on it on your lid. I know that's kind of weird, but it's just the truth. So now I'm just gonna dip into the shade Chase. And using my Glamour Dolls brush, I'll just go over any of the harsh edges that the glitter shade has made. And using my Morphe M510 brush again, I'll just blend it out. Kind of blend the two shades together right here. And then I'll bring that dark shade just on over towards the front. Lots of fallout on the, I'll zoom y'all in a little bit so you can see. So there's lots of fallout on the face, not so much this side, but there is some right here. I just kind of blew it away, so there's less than what there was. But yeah, there's some shadow right there, but it was just mainly that shimmer shade. So I am loving the blendability, it's effortless, the pigment is great. I wasn't surprised about the pigment because the Jaclyn Hill palette was great, and even though they say there's like different ingredients, it's basically the same exact thing. I think at the time they were just trying to hype up the Jaclyn Hill palette, but yeah, Morphe shadows, I've heard nothing but great things about Morphe shadows, so I was not hesitant on how the product was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be great, but I just wanted to see for myself if this palette was good. So I'm gonna put the rest of my face on really quick, and then we'll get going with the bottom lash line. Okay, so now we'll get started on the bottom lash line. So I'll start with transition colors, but not as light. So I'll use the shade Lit and Tan Lines. And to apply that, I'll be using my Luxie 215 small angled brush. Someone's mowing their lawn. Of course. This always freaking happens every time I film. If it's not kids playing or dogs barking, it's something else, and this time it's someone mowing their lawn. For the final shade, I'll be using the shade Destination. And with my go-to blending brush by Elizabeth Mott, I'll just blend it out. Yeah, these blend so well. And I knew that was gonna be great because I've heard nothing but great things of Morphe eyeshadows. I think the only downside I've heard about Morphe eyeshadow, it burns some people's eyes, which that's not good, but I don't know if they're just allergic to something in the eyeshadows, but I did not have a problem with it burning my eyes. Even the Jaclyn Hill palette, I don't have a problem with it burning my eyes. I was gonna use this shade right here, Sand Dollar, to highlight the brow bone, but I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's not a white color. It's like a banana yellowish color. Let me see if I can, I don't know, it's kind of hard. It looks like it's hard to tell on camera, but it's a yellowish banana color. So I don't think I'm going to be highlighting my brow bone with this today. I'm going to be dipping into another palette. If I wasn't doing something today, I would just use that to highlight the brow bone and just go on with my day. But I got stuff to do. I'm going to be seeing a lot of people tonight. I'm volunteering at an event for my work. I'm just going to play it safe and use another palette to highlight the brow bone. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and put the rest of my face on, and then I'll be right back to explain the pros and cons about this palette. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and that completes my review and demo on the Morphe. Please. It's okay. Just a little dusty. It did not break, but dang, did I clench my butt cheeks. Okay, I'm gonna end this before I cause a wreck. Anyways, that completes my review and demo on the Morphe 25A eyeshadow palette. I love the way it blends out. I love the pigment. It's definitely a great palette for beginners. It's only $18. Just the way it blends, it's just the perfect palette to start out with, because sometimes it's not always easy to blend your eyeshadow. I remember when I first started, I just never had the patience to just blend and blend and blend, and sometimes it'd be patchy because I used cheaper eyeshadows whenever I first started out with makeup. So this is a great beginner's palette for sure. There's only one con that I don't like about this palette. It doesn't have a white matte shade. That's my only complaint about this palette. That and the shades being on this little piece of paper. I just wish that Morphe could just, I don't know, just stamp the shades on here. Like, is it that hard? I mean, I don't have my own makeup company, so I don't know if that's just a pricier thing to do or if it's just not something that they like to do with their eyeshadows. I don't know, whatever. But that would be nice if they're just able to listen to people's opinions, because I've heard so many people complain about not having the shades on their palettes. It's still a great palette, but I just like to know what shades I'm using, especially when I'm doing a tutorial. That completes my review and demo on the Morphe 25A palette. I hope y'all enjoyed, and thank you for watching. If you did like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and I will see y'all in my next video.